This season of Blood versus Water is probably the craziest season than any other season. You have a loved one with you in the game, and that dynamic just changes the whole game in so many ways. You know, you start off against your loved ones, and no matter how much you're competing against them, you don't hate them. Usually you want to hate your opponent, you dislike them. But there's really no dislike, even for anybody else's loved one, because their connection is on your team. So it's not like I'm going to hate Rachel because Tyson's here and I like Tyson, so of course I'm going to like Rachel. It's a different dynamic. So for me, it was a little bit tough because I had nobody to put my competitive edge against and say, I don't like you, so I want to crush you. It was, man, I like everybody over there kind of because I like their loved ones. So it made it different. And getting to play with your loved one was the focal point for everybody in this game. Everybody wanted to make it to the merger so they could actually see the loved one again and actually talk to them and play with them and compete against them. But it didn't happen for everybody, and we knew that. I was pretty sure Marissa was going to make it to the merger because she was a strong asset. Out of all the females they had in Tadhana, she was probably the most physically toughest competitor that they had. But then she ended up being the first one they voted out. And it really did devastate me. It caught me by surprise. I didn't see it coming. And when she left the game, it hurt. You know, it hurt for those reasons of I'm not going to be able to play with her. I'm not going to be able to see her again. But then you had the other side of the emotion where you're like, but I'm glad she's gone because I don't have to worry about her now. I don't have to worry about protecting her and taking care of her. I can just worry about me. And if I can do that, I can play this game so much better because every move I make is always determined on what's best for me, not what's best for me and Marissa. And I think that's a crutch, having a loved one in the game. I think it was a crutch for Aris because every time he opened his mouth, he talked about Vytas. So when we get to the merge, me and Vytas, hey, we're going to have a Final Four, we're going to have a Final Three, we're going to have a Final Five. It's going to be me, Vytas, and I'm like, dude, you don't care about me. You only care about your brother, Vytas. And that's how it should be. But it's what did him in this game. I know you don't have my best interest at heart anymore. You only have Vytas's. So it's like a gift and a curse having a loved one in this game. It's a gift if you made it to the merger to be able to see them again, play with them. Two votes always. One vote always counts as two. You know, you could plot together. You have somebody to bounce ideas off of. If you're having a bad day, you have somebody that can actually bring you back. And it's your loved one. That's the gift. The curse is everybody knows now you're 2 votes instead of 1. Everybody wants to break you up. Everybody's plotting on you. You know, so it makes it harder for you to trust people because they can lie in your face knowing that they're trying to get rid of you. It's a double-edged sword. Sierra and Laura are the last 2 loved ones here. And even from Redemption Island, she's still telling Sierra, I love you. That's powerful, those words, man. Coming from your loved one here and I love you is powerful words. I'm coming back in this game and I'm going to see you again. That makes you say, I got to do what I got to do to stay here so I can see my loved one come out of Redemption Island. She's getting clues and giving them to Sierra. Like, I could find a hidden immunity idol and stay in this game. How powerful is that? I mean, Sierra and Laura, they fed off each other. And you can see, that's why they're still in this game. They've played this game the way loved ones should play this game. They have. And that's why they're still the last 2 loved ones in this game. They've done it the way it's supposed to be done. I think they've just set the blueprint from now on, if there's another loved one season, how you play the game with your loved one. They've set the bar, set the blueprint for it. But it's a crazy game. And this season has been ups and downs, stuff you don't even see coming. Things happen that I never thought would happen. I mean, I've been shocked so many times in this game. And you just gotta understand that's what this game's about. You know, if you're a fan of this game and you've studied this game, you understand that anything can happen at any moment in the game. And you can't let it shock you too much and catch you too off guard. You gotta kind of, wow, okay, and roll. Roll with it and keep it moving. because that's how you stay in the game. But this has been one crazy season, and you know, I'm happy to be a part of it. You know, I just wish I could have did more somehow for Marissa. You know, maybe I felt like I didn't coach her well enough in this game. I feel like I didn't let her know that you need to make friends right away. Like your first job, when you hit the beach, make a friend, then make two, then make three. You know, you want to have people that feel good about you so they don't want to vote you out. You know, I felt like I did that, but maybe I didn't stress that enough, you know. And it's one of those things you're just always going to look back over and rewind in your head of what you could have done better. But you really can't let it play in your head too much. It is what it is. It happened that way. This is how the game is.